Welcome to Cut the Ish, Real Talk Sports, where we strip away the fluff and get straight to the heart of the game. From the hottest plays on the court to the controversies off it. We're breaking it all down with unfiltered takes and raw honesty. No sugarcoating, no holding back. Just real talk for real fans. Let's get into it.
Hey everybody, how y'all doing this evening? It's your girl Keisha with Cut the Ish Real Talk Sports. I'm rocking with my girl So Pretty Tony with Court Vision. Y'all know the drill. Hit the like button as you come in the door. Hit it. And make sure you subscribe to Cut the Ish Real Talk Sports with me. And you make sure you subscribe to So Pretty Tony at Court Vision with So Pretty Tony at So Pretty Tony 7237. Just click the button. Hey chat, how y'all doing in the chat? I'm gonna say welcome to my early crew. Hey, what's going on? Dream Time, ADP, and Faithfully Yours. Thank you for being here early and on time. She wins. I see you in the building. Tulip Plays. Y'all come on in. We got a great conversation today. We're gonna talk about people out there in the social media world say shots been fired. The Clarkies are all up in an uproar about Sue Bird and Megan Rapinoe's comments. But you know what we do on this podcast? We're gonna actually listen to the whole segment and then we're gonna react, because a lot of times they just put out little baby 4-5 second clips and then take that and run with it. You know, that's not what we do. We also gonna talk about LSU's blowout win, but the LSU's women's basketball blowout win against Morgan State. But that wasn't even the story. The story was the viral memes that were going around in the building. So that's what we're talking about today. I hope y'all having a great day. How you doing, Miss Tony? How you doing?
I am doing fabulous. Fabulous it is.
You fabulous?
I'm fabulous.
Fabulous. Well, you know, it wouldn't be, it wouldn't be a Thursday without some WNBA drama. And no matter what these ladies say or don't say, they still be making headlines, unfortunately. What's up, Brian Lewis? How you doing? Yeah, we're gonna be talking. We're gonna be talking about a whole bunch of stuff going on. I'm pretty sure a lot of stuff is going on. That is a topic for another day. You have to pull up later, Nomado. Today we're gonna talk about Sue Bird. And we're gonna talk about Megan Rapinoe. Thank you to my new member, Denise Sweet. Thank you so much. She has become a YouTube member. Thank you to all my members. Sue Bird is out here. You know, she's a WNBA veteran. She leading Team USA. So you know every time she says something, they're gonna be super focused on it, Tony.
Yes, they are.
They're gonna be super focused on it. So we're gonna get into it. I'm just gonna show y'all a little bit about what they were saying online, and then we're gonna get to the actual segment. So let me pull us to the side and let me just bring up a couple of tweets just to set the stage of the Clarkies out here. I call them the Clarkies. They are affectionately known as the Clarkies. If y'all got a new okay, I dropped my email. If y'all got a new name for them, please let me know. But I affectionately call them the Clarkies. Hey, I dropped my email in a minute. Hold on. Look. So this clip right here is going viral. And this person said, this may be worse than what her guest said. I have not seen or heard one CC fan or anyone new to the WNBA ever express anything close to it. They also was out here talking about, a lot of people was like, she didn't say anything wrong. This person is losing my. Yeah, I don't know what Mick Talk Hoops is out here. There are exactly 0 people in the year 2025 who are watching Caitlin Clark or the Indiana Fever for anything other than the love of the sport of basketball. That's what he claimed.
What?
And I'm disappointed to see Sue Bird, of all people, push that narrative by almost co-signing that CC is a problem.
Oh,
yeah, they going Lulu. They said in the chat. A lot of these people, hey.
What kind of problem is she talking?
Hey, Caitlin, no, they even she had a late Sue Bird had another lady, Katie Nolan, who's a podcaster, and they're even going after her. They said next time you go on a podcast and talk SHIT about the CCFC, which I guess is the CC fan club, do some research. Caitlin Clark hate/racism for walking with her assistant coach's kid. Most of these quotes are from Angel Reese fans. You basically describes Angel's fan base effing dummy.
Wow.
So yeah, Sue Bird, this other lady on the podcast, they catching some heat from, and we're gonna dive into the comments so we can find out, is the Clarkers just overreacting again? Or they just don't like the truth?
They don't like the truth. They never like the truth.
We're going to find out together, Chad. You know me. I am an open-minded person. I listen to the whole argument. I don't just listen to clips. I don't do the 4 or 5 second viral thing. I need to I need to hear the whole conversation, Tony, so I can have it in context. So that's what we do here. Let me take this down, and we're going to start listening. It's a segment of the podcast where they just talking about sports hate, which is healthy in sports, because just like everybody knows, me and Miss Tony here are Saints fans.
Yeah.
And whether they doing good or not good, that's our team.
That's our team.
And it don't matter what's going on. We loathe the Atlanta Falcons because we have a healthy rivalry with them. Yes. So sports rivalry and hate is not a new thing. It's just that with this Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese thing, we started seeing lines get crossed. That shouldn't have never been crossed. And once you cross that line, it spirals. So
that's right.
2 years later, we still in the midst of it. And veterans like Sue Bird, she finding out in real time that they don't care that it's Sue Bird talking. They still gonna
they don't care who it is.
They don't care. But we're gonna talk about it. Here we go. I'll stop when I get to a point. I hope I'm at the right point. We're gonna find out. I think I am. Let me make this bigger so I can see. I think I'm at the right place. Let's see. Here we go. No, that's probably right. Okay.
Continue to grow. And do you think that aspect will change or soften or sort of lessen in women's sport?
Can y'all hear?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I'm hearing it.
Yeah, it's just like an echo, but we can
hear. I think I'm hearing it through my that's why I'm like, no, that ain't right. Hold on. Let me make sure my computer, because it's playing it. Yeah, it's still playing it through. Hold on. I'm back. All right. Because I should hear it in my headphones. Yeah, here we go.
Continue to grow. And do you think that aspect will change or soften or sort of lessen in women's sports as it continues to grow? But also what do we need to take from men's sports to continue to grow? And be bigger.
First of all, people just need to put their money where their mouth is. I feel like people have always been doing this thing where they pay lip service to women's sports, where they're like, she can do it. Yes, she can. And you're like, shut up and pay her. Put the money into the sport and you will see it come back and be like paid back tenfold. But I also feel like, I don't know. And Sue, maybe you feel differently. I mean, Megan, you can too. During the WNBA this season, I feel like we sort of had one of those particular growing pains where it's like some of the people that are coming in and watching the sport and are fans of the sport feel like maybe they're there for a weird reason. And you sort of have these people who have been loving and supporting the sport for a while clashing with people who 2 years ago were like, no one watches this, who cares? And now they've found sort of maybe one player to hyperfixate on that they feel stands at odds with what a WNBA player is in their minds. And they passionately love that player in a way that actually just feels like it's hate being disguised as love that they want to have against the rest of the league. And we sort of had this moment where the rest of the fans had to go like, and your ticket, you paid the same money for your ticket. And you being here is also helpful to the sport. And that's a really difficult thing to do because those people came in and wanted to be like the front of the conversation all the time. And it was like they had no sort of reverence for the fact that like, buddy, this conversation's been going on without you for years and years and years. And now you come in here and just think that you can, because you love this one player and this one player is very good. She's very, very good. And like, I would love to just openly love them. But it's just like those are the types of moments that as a women's sports fan, I like really bristle against, where I'm just like, I hate that we have to go through this, but we do have to go through this. This is the growth period where it's just like, not everybody here is my best friend and we're all here because we love the same thing. It will grow in ways that you go like, I wish these people would shut up.
Yeah, I think two things happened. One.
Hold on, let me stop there before I get to Sue Bird's comments.
That's so funny.
Her point pretty much is like, okay, you had this you had this player come in, had a lot of hype, had a lot of fans, blew up, went viral. That's happened before. Blew up, went viral. They coming into this sport. A lot of these fans were Caitlin Clark fans. They wasn't necessarily women's basketball WNBA fans. And then they came into this conversation acting like they should be at the forefront of the women's basketball conversation and trying to push the fans that had been there before out is basically what she and let their voice be more prevalent than the fans that were already there, which caused a little division in the fandom. And what she say, all fans are not going to get along. That's what makes sports a beautiful thing to watch. But this dynamic happened because one fan base who didn't know anything about the sport, the history of it, none of it, nor did they care.
Right.
Because they were adamant about nobody cared about the sport. They've said that multiple times. Nobody cared about the sport before their players, Caitlin Clark, came to the game. So my question is to you, why would you think the women's basketball fans that were there before would respect you when you came into the conversation of women's basketball being so dismissive?
That's exactly what she said. That's what I took from with it. That's what I took from everything she said. Yeah. Exactly. Because that's truly what she said. And I totally agree with her 100%.
It's like, I get where they're coming from. Like it's one thing for me. Okay, I'll just pick another sport. I am a big gymnastics fan. Always have been, right? But even when I started following the sport as say like there was a rise of my favorite player. There were times that, favorite gymnast. There were times when college women's gymnastics was not filling out a arenas like they are now. At least my LSU Tiger gymnast girls are starting to fill out arenas. But there were times before that they weren't.
Right.
You didn't see the new fans that came because they grew the sport at LSU. Now they packing out the PMAC, just like the basketball is packing out. You didn't see those new sports fans come in and say, the rest of those gymnasts, they wasn't worth nothing. We only care about the one that brought us here. If you're not talking about her, we don't want to hear it.
They don't hear it.
Because in everything that happens in sports, there's always a moment that brings people to the sport. You know what I'm saying? I started following the Chicago Bears when Refrigerator Perry was doing the shuffle.
Yes.
I wasn't a Chicago fan.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But I was like, what is this big old man doing?
That's right.
But I don't come into the conversation acting like I know everything about Chicago sports and I just got there.
Right.
And I didn't say, oh, Chicago sports wasn't worth nothing before I came on the scene.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that's when, because I use that analogy at LSU because I remember when they was giving out tickets at like the local Winn-Dixie, pretty much begging people to come to the gymnastics meets. Y'all know my daughter is a gymnast.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that. I remember people just walking up to, hey, come support the girls. You don't even have to pay. Just come in. Now they selling $9,000 every time they do a meet. But they always talk about who came before, who laid the groundwork. That didn't happen in this situation. Sue Bird is about to kind of give another analogy that I think will probably seal it for you, Tony. But this is what the Clarkers are upset about. This what they really upset about. Here we go.
And the growth, like the level of growth, the amount of growth, I don't think we've seen that really in any other sport.
Right.
Like what Caitlin did
like overnight.
Yeah. I mean, there are comparisons to like Tiger Woods for sure. I think in when the dust settles a little bit, because everything you're saying is still kind of just like exists.
Yeah.
So we're talking 5-10 years when the dust finally settles and we can all just like zoom out and look. I actually think there's going to be like college courses taught on this moment and what happened and how it happened. And we've never seen anything this dramatic in terms of the growth, literally overnight. But the second thing that happened that made it, I think, just like insane was for a large group of people, mostly that exist online, it wasn't enough, like, love a player, love Caitlin, love whoever you want to love. But it was simultaneously, they had to then say that every player that ever came before was trash. And that's where all the like, that's where everybody's fangs came out.
Right.
And that to me never happened. Like even with Tiger Woods, I have a friend who's so into golf. And I was like, you know, because I obviously remember Tiger Woods, but I wasn't like really paying attention. But I knew what was happening. Gal? I'm getting into it. My top golf game is legit.
Nice.
But I obviously know what happened. And I remember like, you know, when Tiger came along, was all of a sudden like every other golfer like not worth it? And he was like, no. Nobody ever spoke about every previous golfer as if they were just trash. And that to me was
that's what stood out to me, was that it felt like a lot of these people were just here. They were the same people that were saying nobody watches this, that when they realized everybody watches this, they were like, well, I can't just like it. So, I'll use this thing that allows me to stand at odds with all the adjectives I associate with players that came before her or after her.
Right.
And it just was, it also happened at simultaneously the same time as like online discourse, which has always been a mess, but it really broke down. Like we got to a point where it's like, you don't know who's a bot and who's a real person. Right. A blue check mark became just a thing you could pay for, as opposed to it being something that showed that like you work for an organization that is that has journalistic standards and requires you to, and so everything sort of just degraded. And I don't know, it's got really ugly. And it got really hard as a casual fan who isn't tuning in every night and following the basketball like that, but who keeps an eye on everything. It got really hard to know because people were only hearing the stories that came out of those bad moments.
Right.
And nobody was really talking about the basketball as much. And so it got really hard to like keep a finger on the pulse of the W, because so much of the pulse became overridden in these weird conversations that I was like, what are we talking about?
Yeah, totally.
I think part of it also with Tiger Woods, it was like, we don't like you because you're black. So how do we say that? How do we find a way to say that thing? I think in the W with this conversation, it was, we don't want to admit we're wrong because we've been saying we don't like women's sports. And so many of the people that had the platforms to talk about sports were the ones that didn't want to admit that they were wrong. And so they then had to find all these other reasons why this was bad or no one's ever been this or no one's ever been this. But it was like those trusted voices were some of the biggest ones, like perpetuating this, when all you had to say was like, I was wrong. Actually, the W is awesome. And this person brought me in. Caitlin opened my eyes to it. And now I'm like here to be a fan. Why can't we just say that?
Right.
I think that was a big
Ironically, back to the bots.
That's it.
Wow.
No matter who brought you into the sport, because I'm a women's sports fanatic. I don't expect everybody to be like me. I watch women's sports just because I enjoy women's sports. Like me and you talk about, Tony, we watch volleyball. I watch gymnastics. I might watch swimming. I watch softball. I like women's sports, but I don't expect everybody to be like me. But when you do come into the space and you start having these conversations, you can't dismiss other people that was in the sport that you know nothing about. And like Sue say, that's when the fangs that's when the fangs came out, and then people got more and more discourse, and then it got weird. I'm not gonna even lie to you. It got weird. It got racial. It got even weirder. And then all of a sudden we was just arguing to argue. What do you think?
Hey, I can attest to that, right? You can like as many sports as you want. But when you have situations like this, with Caitlin, fans, I don't want to say Caitlin fans, it gets crazy and it's unwarranted, right? Because my thing is this, if you love Caitlin, not you like Caitlin, you love Caitlin, so you can bring all this vitriol, right? If you love Caitlin, the best thing that you can do to help Caitlin is just simply be a fan of the sport that she's playing in, because you get to see her excel. And now it's not jabs, right? You literally tear down every single person in the league except for her, day in and day out, and it just doesn't make any sense. But you say everyone else has hatred. And that's not so. It's a different type of fan base that she has. And its only pure form is the fact that they are there for simply her. And they've got to stop that. They've got to stop, and people should continue to talk about it. So I'm glad Bird and her panel spoke about it. And to speak about it more and more. And maybe, hopefully at some point, they'll start to understand that they're going to have to stop this at some point.
Yeah. I think my whole thing driving this conversation is being a fan, being a sports fan, even a basketball fan. You can love a certain player. To this day, the biggest debate that goes on forever in a day is, I'm a Michael Jordan fan. He's my GOAT. I understand the people that say LeBron is their GOAT. You know what I'm saying? But I never seen people attack the actual sport that those two men are part of, though.
Right. No, they haven't.
Because the sports hate didn't just, it wouldn't be just like, look, I don't like LeBron. You know, I can understand. I don't like LeBron. I don't like Michael Jordan. I don't like Allen Iverson. I don't like. It never got to the point where it was like nobody was even watching basketball before LeBron.
Right. Right.
Y'all shouldn't even have nothing to say, old WNBA sports fans, because nobody was watching y'all. But I was watching though.
All the time. All the time.
it's just like they got and granted, like what BD Sports is Big Dog Sports is talking about, a lot of these different agendas got attached to it, and then it got weird. So, and granted, every fan base has some Delulus.
Yes.
It's not just Caitlin's. I mean, they got some Delulus. Don't get me wrong. They got Delulus in every fan base that just take it too far. Mm-hmm. But it just seemed like with this growth of women's sports, it just went far. And I don't know who's a bot. I don't know who's a real person. I don't know if Tony real. Is Tony real? Yeah, Tony real. And because I talked to her off camera. Exactly. Are you real? Exactly. Because the stuff that people be saying, you be like, are you normal? Is something wrong with you?
Yeah, they're not normal, man.
So, and then we get to the journalistic integrity, like this young lady was talking about, where you can just buy a blue check. You just buy a blue check and start posting, and nobody really know who you are. You know what I mean? Right. And you can just sow discourse online. And you might not even believe the narrative at all. You just posted it. Hold on, let me see if I can finish this right quick. Hold on. Let me see what else she said.
For a second, ironically, do you know who like always had such a good like calm take? You know, at the time, probably 22 or 23 years old. Caitlin, I'd be like, man, it's a lot on the internet. She'd be like, it's bots. I'm like, oh, yeah. It's bots.
Oh, okay, cool, yeah.
Yeah, like of all people, a lot about having to take on all of it. She's like, yeah, I don't know what people. It's bots. Yeah. Anyways, okay. We're gonna do a quick like year in.
So Sue Bird thinks it's all bots, right? Or at least that's what she was alluding to. Some of it is bots, chat, but some of them comments are attached to real people. What you think, Tony? Some of them people real.
You know what? Let me tell you something. Some of them are real. And then a lot of it is computer generated, right?
Right.
It's but the ones that's real and show themselves, you know, for 100% fact that they're not there for the game. They're there for simply CC. That's it. And to sow discourse amongst other players in the league itself, and individual players, teams. So for me, you know, there is no way to fix that unless Caitlin is no longer playing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
there's no way. We could talk about it day in and day out. But I think the more platforms that put it out there, maybe we can try to figure out a way to slow down the traction of it. Right. But if you sit back and you don't say anything and it continue to roll, then you never have an opportunity to kind of figure out a way to fix it or change the narrative.
No, I feel you.
But the platforms coming out, and it should be the women platforms mostly, right? Just like this, and sharing their thoughts on it.
Yeah. And two things could be true, like Chicago Cheetah and Big Dog Sports was talking about in the chat. Like some of them are bots, you're right, but some of them people are real people with their real beliefs, and they feel emboldened because they're online and not in nobody's face. Nobody's looking directly. They're not looking at somebody eye to eye. They feel emboldened online because they can hide behind that profile picture and actually tell you what they actually truly believe without any recourse, without any blowback. So online kind of gives you that shield to where I can just go up there and say whatever I want to say and keep it moving and keep talking. So yes, there are bots, but there are real people with real belief, because the bots wouldn't be able to, the bots are there because there's an audience for it. If there wasn't an audience for it, people would be creating bots to feed the algorithm. You see what I'm saying? Unless there was an audience for it. So yes, there are bots there, but there's an audience for it. That's why they create the bots, to drive engagement, because they know the real people are going to engage, the ones that believe how the bots are throwing stuff out there. So yeah, two things could be true. And I think what happens is with this CC and this angel conversation is you got to understand people don't like being exposed. When you go and show them in black and white, hey, player, if that's what you believe, that's what you believe, just own it. Then they start doing a backflip and getting all defensive and saying, oh, there's nobody out there with those beliefs. Okay, you sounded like a man that was caught cheating. Stop that. I seen you with that woman. No, baby, she's just a co-worker. Okay, I seen the way y'all mannerism was. No, baby, you just took that the wrong way. That's not what you're seeing. That's not really what you're seeing. No, miss me with that. But I will tell you this. I got a question before we get off this topic. Did Sue Bird and this young lady say anything, and Megan Rapinoe, that was the most horrible thing? Did they say anything bad about Caitlin Clark? Not in my opinion. What you think? They talked about her fans. So, but the Clarkies are up in the uproar, y'all. They upset.
They're big time upset, Keisha.
They upset. Sue Bird is over here driving a narrative, as they claim. Not Sue Bird is the ops, and she driving a narrative. What you laughing? She driving a narrative. You know, she helping people hate Caitlin Clark fans. All Caitlin Clark fans are not like that, but you got to understand that when you go on YouTube and listen to some of these Caitlin Clark driven YouTube channels, you be like, y'all going too far. So it is what it is. Y'all let me know, chat. What's going on, Jemima? Y'all let me know. Did y'all let me know in the chat? Did y'all think you think Sue Bird comments were bad?
I do not.
I don't think she was talking about Caitlin Clark. I think she was talking about the fan engagement phenomenon.
Exactly.
Of Caitlin Clark.
Exactly. My thing is that why would she talk about Caitlin when she has her for the USA team right now in the camp and evaluating her for that? Why? Where would that come from?
I'm gonna read a tweet.
Think about it, TC fans. Think about that. You can't have somebody that's sow discourse on your favorite player and at the same time trying to also critique her for a game to represent your country. Come on.
Listen at this lady. This is so self-serving, highlighting the 1% of fans who use and abuse Caitlin as a vehicle for hate is giving them exactly what they want. It doesn't help Caitlin. It doesn't help women's basketball. It only helps the trolls and views for your podcast. Nasty work.
Look, I'm going to say this. I'm looking at, and I don't know what you see on your end, I'm looking at about 73 people or so, plus more in the chat. Guys, hey, you're viewing, go ahead and hit the like button. It doesn't cost you anything to hit that like button. Go ahead, hit it. Go on over to my channel, hit the like button. All we ask you to do is hit the like button. We're going to keep giving you all the facts and pushing out good content. We need you all to go ahead and hit the like button. Show us that you like what we're putting out. Go ahead, Keisha.
No, I was asking you what you think about this tweet. They're saying that this is self-serving.
Highlighting the 1% of fans who use. No, this is not self-serving. Come on, man. Again, spreading the negative, right? Spreading the negative. So that's the problem. You know, if you can't think clearly and have a clear head. Why? You're not helping CC when you put stuff like this. You're not helping the league when you put stuff like that. If you're a fan of the sport, then be a fan of the sport.
Just be a fan.
Just be a fan. Let's and you have everyone's gonna have multiple players they like or an individual player they like. But at the same time, you know, pushing stuff like this and saying things like that is just crazy.
Why can't you just be a fan of
you
women's basketball and your favorite player is Caitlin Clark? Why can't it just be that? But why are you running around here talking about the league?
Right.
But you won't hurt your favorite player to play to the point that a lot of fans like she just need to leave the league. That whole discourse is just that phenomenon, that narrative that's been driven is just so crazy to me. I don't understand how you want to watch your favorite player, but you are actively with your voice trying to demean and degrade the league they play in.
Exactly. On top of that, how do you feel that CC is supposed to continue moving forward? Okay, in the beginning, it's cool, it's okay. I'm not going to engage. I'm not going to say anything. My fans are my fans. If they're true fans, they're not going to behave this way, right? Mm-hmm. But as we continue to go on, and if say this grows versus simmer down, mm-hmm. How is it that you can attest that this young lady will be able to be of sound mind throughout all of this over time? Right now, she doesn't care because she's not. She says she's not paying attention. We know she's paying attention, and at this point, she's being advised not to talk about it, right? But at some point, you're going to have to figure out a way to not hurt your favorite player because you're going to hurt her in the end. You're going to hurt her in the end. You're going to have more and more players that's coming. And as these players come, Keisha, and they're profoundly better, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a bigger problem than what we think.
Mm-hmm. And then I also understand the whole, how can I put it? The whole, the narrative, the gender narrative. A lot of people always talk about they don't watch women's basketball because they don't dunk. They don't do this. They don't do that. Right. But you watch CeCe and she a woman and she don't dunk.
Right. So but you don't have no issue with her. You're okay with the logos, right?
It's a weird phenomenon. I don't even know how to explain it. I don't know how you can watch your favorite player in any sport, but not like the sport that they're playing in. I don't know how that works. And I've been a sports fan for a long time, but how can I have a favorite player in a sport I don't care for? Then you're not a sports fan. I don't know what you are.
Nope, not a fan at all.
So, and I get it. Women are genetically different from men. Newsflash. And I get that it's a different style, but it's still sport. And a sport of competition is intriguing to me as a sports fan. Right. So I'll put it to you like this, like basketball, high school basketball is not as entertaining as the NBA. But when I go to a high school basketball game, because I like basketball, I still like watching the youngsters play. I'm not up in there talking about this high school basketball game is trash.
Yeah,
because they're not to the level of college or the NBA. No, yeah. I like basketball. And I understand they're not going to be. I understand they're not going to be on the same level as the college players or the NBA. I don't get it. I I don't get it because I don't get it. Like Big Dog said, you're a purist, Key. Not that many of us left for real. Yeah, like I'm finding out, Big Dog, because
not a lot of the purists.
One of my parents will call and say one of my kids is playing, and that might not even be his dominant sport. He was a football player, but he played basketball too. I say, I pull up and watch my boy hoop. And I'm not sitting in the bleachers going, well, this ain't like the NBA or college. This is trash. I'm not doing that, Tony.
Right.
It's like, but I find these people be walking around here like, yeah, if they ain't doing the logo 3, it's trash. Really?
Exactly.
So I don't know, Chad. We're gonna get off it because you know this whole thing, but I just want to put out there to all you Clarkies out there, and I don't mean that in a derogatory way. Please don't take it that way. I don't know what y'all gonna what he calling the CCFC. I'm gonna start calling y'all the CCFC. Yeah, the other person on the tweet says CCFC. I'm just telling y'all CCFC. Sue Bird didn't say nothing bad about y'all, girl.
She didn't say one thing. They need to cut it out.
I'm sorry. She didn't say nothing bad about your girl.
I was doing 2 calls at the same time. I'm off the other one. But yeah.
She didn't say nothing bad about you.
She didn't say nothing bad about that girl. They need to stop that. It's nobody. The thing is this, because no one can say Caitlin's name unless you're a CC fan or unless you're saying something great.
Okay, so
that's what it is, you know.
Okay,
think about that,
I got you. Well, CCFC, look, don't come for me because I cuss out people online.
Yeah, I do.
You know, I get. I'm look. I'm not a bot. I'm a real person.
Real person.
You catch me on the wrong day,
might get some words. It's like if we're in person, you might catch these hands, but online, you say something, you're gonna catch these words.
I love y'all though. Hey, but I'll put you in your place real quick. So it is what it is. Hey, we're gonna transition. Y'all hit the like button if you're just coming in. Please hit me up on the replay if you missed a part of the conversation. But I'm about to get to my girls out here putting belt to ass. But it wasn't even that. Look, it wasn't even. Look, we're gonna talk like 2 minutes about the actual game of LSU women's basketball versus Morgan State. But I think what people starting to realize that sport is supposed to be fun, and I'm gonna tell you how it was fun. One team in the NCAA is having fun despite all the discourse online, all the jabs, all your talking and running your mouth. They don't care. They know they are the show, and they are out here proving it every day. Real quick, LSU beat a cupcake team 91-33. We still eating cupcakes over here in Baton Rouge. Nothing wrong with cupcakes. I love them. So they got whooped up. Flajay had 14 points. Michaela had 14. Jada Richard had 10. Grace Knox had 10. Fawali had 11. You get the gist. We asked the other team only had 33 points. But however, the story of the day was, let me bring this up. The story of the day was the viral moment, which I didn't know what these kids were talking about, Tony. To be honest with you, this is all new to me. I didn't know there was a 6'7" meme that was running around here in these parts. I'm gonna bring it up. Okay, hold on. All right. Let me make this bigger for myself. I won't be able to see it. Let me close this out.
You see, look, I'm getting close. I gotta see that.
All right. LSU basketball team sends crowd into frenzy after hitting 67-point mark. Tiger scored exactly 67 points when arena erupted in chants from popular TikTok phrase 6'7". Now, you know me. Some social media trends go more viral than others, and the latest known simply as 6'7" is one of them. I guess that's just what you just say, 6'7". During Tuesday's blowout victory over Market State, sophomore guard Jada Richards scored from close range to give the Tigers a 67-20 lead in the final minutes of the third quarter. And right on cue, the arena erupted with 6'7" chants and matching hand gestures. Players, fans, and even LSU head coach Kim Mulkey joined in on the madness. The 6'7" originates from a song called Doot Doot by Skrilla, but later became popular in basketball references. The phrase truly has no defined meaning, but it's commonly used among middle schoolers. And guess who they had at the game the other day at 11 o'clock in the morning? That's why I couldn't cover it. I'm like, 11 o'clock. LSU hosted 9,000 school children. It marked LSU's annual field trip game that featured students from the greater Baton Rouge area. The pivotal 67 point was clearly a highlight of the game for the 8,700 students in attendance. Hold on, so 6'7". I know BD. I'm new to the whole 6'7" thing, but I'm gonna show y'all some little clips of it. But the babies said, Big Dog, that they don't care what we think is cool. They don't care what we think is cool.
They know what's cool.
They know what's cool. You know. Here we go. Hold on, let me bring it up. They even did a hold on, let me bring where is it? Here you go. Okay, here we go.
Lord, that thing.
Here we go, y'all.
Oh, the excitement's ramping up. The kids are starting to stand up now. They're 2 3-pointers away.
Look at the babies.
67. What a huge moment coming. I have no idea what the heck you're talking about, but I'm having fun.
That's crazy, man. I got the energy they got.
The babies had fun. Hey, the babies had.
They enjoyed themselves, man.
Them kids was enjoying themselves. I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna show y'all where the 6'7" comes from, because trust me, I did not know what was going on. Look, I'm gonna show you where it covered. These babies, here's a more close up. But these babies was having fun, y'all.
From the magical number. Here it is.
I don't get it, but they do.
Take me decades to my youth.
Look, I don't get it, but they do. But I did a little research, and you know me. I got a research. I'm like,
research, yes.
I don't get where this is coming from. But hold on, y'all. Listen at this. It's so crazy. This kid was one of the original kids to do this at a basketball game. He went viral, y'all.
That's okay.
And then they explained it. Hold on 1 second. Wait till the thing is over with.
I've seen a bunch of channels try to explain the origin of these.
Oh, here we go.
No one really nailed the actual story of how it blew up and why everybody's talking about it. So let me put things in order. First, the song that started it all, it's called Doot Doot 6'7" by Skrilla.
6'7", I just bit right on the highway.
The official video dropped at the beginning of 2025. Skrilla keeps saying 6'7" on the hook, but he never explains why those numbers. So of course, people started coming up with theories. Some thought it was about a street in Chicago with that number, since Chicago's big for music and gangs, but Skrilla's from Philly, Pennsylvania. So that theory doesn't really hold up. Anyway,
right.
US, and people started using it in basketball edits, especially with LaMelo Ball, who just happens to be 6 feet 7 inches tall.
6'7", I just bit right on the highway.
Oh my God.
The track got used so much in edits that 6'7" just stuck in people's heads and became a common reference.
So look, you made the 6'7" thing?
6'7". You know that.
Oh my God. People always say that shit. They spam it.
Then you had this player, Talon Kinney from Overtime Elite, who planned a moment where he'd answer a question with 6'7" while doing the hand gesture.
He came up to me and they were like, we want a mixtape to Doot Doot by Skrilla. What does that mean? You should ask us a question, and then we want to use this part in the song. Skrilla says 6'7".
All right, so what would you rate this drink 1 through 10?
Like a 6.
They look at each other and is it 6'7"?
6'7".
That was the first time someone actually said it out loud, with the move and the clip spread fast among basketball fans. More people started replying 6'7" to random questions while doing the gesture.
Yeah, I mean, I've been here for 5 years, but it's felt more like 6'7".
But the real boost came in March 2025, when this long-haired kid in the stands looked at the camera and said, 6'7". That video went viral and got turned into a meme, edited in every possible style. Some people found the kid super annoying and cringe, like the loud kid nobody likes at public events. Meme editors exaggerated that vibe, making him look like some uncanny valley monster with the codename SPC067. I know, it's wild lore, but at the end of the day, 6'7" doesn't really mean anything. It's just another brain rot meme, an inside joke you only get if you spend way too much time on TikTok or Instagram.
And guess what, y'all? That kid, 8 million views on YouTube.
Wow.
For 6'7".
But just say 6'7". 8. What? Dude, give me something so I can get that real quick.
We about to get up. Hey, you better come up with a meme, Tony. Big VD says, okay, I gotta go, but 6'7", y'all. Yeah, it's like, oh my God. I'm like, what does this mean? But I think it comes to a bigger thing is sports is supposed to be fun.
It's supposed to be fun, man.
That
was live at 5. I'm telling you. That was live at 5. It's supposed to be fun, and especially when you have a stadium full of kids.
Yes,
you want them to really enjoy themselves. So whatever they want you to say, whatever you want to do, you just do it.
Look, they enjoyed themselves. They got their 6'7" on. I don't know what it means. The LSU Tigers beat up on another cupcake, 91-33. Meanwhile, the babies was over there having a good. I'm telling y'all, chat, because Kim Mulkey was over there like, I don't even know what we doing. To be honest with you, but I'm here for it. Hold on. I'm gonna show this and then we gonna get up. I'm gonna show this, then we gonna get up out. Kim's like, I'm just.
You see Kim face? Kim said. Kim love having fun.
Kim like, I don't know, Tony. I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm doing it because it's 6'7".
Look at that ref. Did you see that ref?
What?
That ref thought that was funny.
He's like, what the hell is going on? Hey,
Kim is the coolest grandma.
Yeah, bro.
She is the coolest grandma.
She's the grandma that be like, I got a couple of them in my family. Be like, put the music on. Like, baby, you 80-something years old. What's the latest trend? And you like, grandma, go sit down. Go sit down. But they so cool, man. But hey, man, I was just glad that the babies had fun. I thought that was a great topic.
I loved it. Man,
hey, these babies having a good time. Sports are supposed to be fun, even with all the vitriol we got going on in women's sports. It was nice to just see a viral moment that was just pure fun. Tony. It's pure fun. Pick up two and play. Stretch the schedule rate for each major team. Look at her. Tula, I have already conceded to you. My LSU Tigers is playing cupcakes. We eating cupcake number 1, 2, 3, 4. We done ate by 24. Wait, how many games we done had? We done had a lot of cupcakes.
That many.
We done had a lot of cupcakes, man. Jacob say, look at the chat, man. We look. And we get clowned for getting our ass kicked by the demons. What are you talking about? Don't get mad, Jacob, because we in Baton Rouge having fun and y'all out there getting whooped. Who is your team, Jacob?
Jacob right always now, mad. Jacob always mad.
Our non-conference schedule is meant to build chemistry. Jacob, right. Big girl say 14 cupcakes. Yep. Hey, I don't know if we still got a little bit more because we ain't gonna get going to January 1st or whatever that is in SEC play. But for right now, we binging on cupcakes. And this is the right time to binge on this. Christmas time, it was Thanksgiving time. It's the holiday season.
That's when you that sugar. You're gonna get that sugar.
That's when you're supposed to be eating cupcakes. That's up to y'all if y'all want to go eat turkey and ham and all that. No, we kids, we eating cupcakes and ice cream. That's what we doing.
That's what we doing.
That's what we doing until it get real. Because it's about to get
and look, second lining in the street.
We are, because it's about to get real in about 2 weeks, and y'all won't have nothing else to say. But for right now, we 6'7".
6'7". 6'7".
I don't even know what it means. Nobody knows what it means, but it's provocative.
But it's funny.
Hey, what's up, Shirley? Kentucky will be ice cream for the cupcakes. Yeah, they haven't been all that good. You know, Miles and Crooks dominating with the ice. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm with y'all. Yeah, because our next team is UTA, which is University of Texas at Arlington.
Yeah, brass.
Yeah, we got 2 more. Well, Kentucky. Well, but big girl, they got Kentucky ranked number 12.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You know, that game is gonna be on. That game is gonna be on New Year's Day. We got 2 more games, 2 more cupcake games, and then after that, January 1st, it'll be Kentucky, Vanderbilt, Georgia, Texas, Oklahoma, Texas A&M, Florida, Arkansas, Alabama, then Texas again, then Auburn, and then South Carolina. So yeah, Hogball say, yeah, final exams out the way. Now it's time to eat vanilla ice cream. It's the holidays. We supposed to be doing cupcakes and we call it pecan candy, but I know they call it praline. When they get fancy, but we call it pecan candy.
It's pecan candy.
It's pecan candy for us.
And I should make some for Christmas.
Hey, my grandmother used to have to hide the tin from us. She'll put them in this tin, and she'd go look in that tin and one left.
No, I'm gonna make some, Keisha. I'm glad you brought that up.
Pecan candy, man. I will, big girl. I will. Let me say that pecan can, man. That tin, you know. But right now, LSU done had all the cupcakes they want. So now it's time. It's almost time for eating potatoes.
Yep.
But y'all get y'all. We about to get up out of here. There's our hour. Y'all get y'all 6-7 on. Have a little fun.
6-7. We're going out with 6-7.
Brass Tag said cupcakes, ice cream, cookies, and Mike and I can't. That's some good eating right there, Brass Tag. I don't know why people be out here. No, all I want to have is Brussels sprouts. Go sit down. Nobody want no Brussels sprouts. We want cupcakes.
Holidays is here.
So all you old people like me in the chat, go get your 6-7 on and learn about all these viral memes.
6-7.
So next time we at a game, we understand what's happening. Because if I'd have been in the building, I'd have been like,
he said we almost have 6-7 watches. 6-7 watching, yeah.
What these kids doing? Yeah, we almost got 6-7 watching. Yeah, you're right too. I know I'd have been in the building, right, Tony? Like, what these kids doing?
What are they talking about?
Why
would have been doing that? Why are we doing this, y'all? I would have been doing it. I don't know what I would have been doing.
All right, yeah, we should have 6-7 likes. Y'all hit the like button. Thanks for rocking with me and Tony on our lunch hour. We about to go get, Brass Tass told us to go get cupcakes and ice cream. So that's what we about to go have for our lunch. And I hope y'all have a great, great day and hope this was fun. We out of here, chat. Peace.